It's your turn to live the soft life. I got this message days ago, and I've been in a little bit of a transition period. So I haven't really been able to sit down and make videos for a while, but I just ate some kale and it's in my teeth. But it's your turn to live the soft life. You've been striving long enough. Life has been hard for way too long. And you're starting to see things settle down in ways that you could never have imagined. And there could be a little bit of anxiety because you're not used to things being like this. You're not used to having a good life. And it feels unfamiliar. But honey, like, really congratulate yourself. Because you've made it to the place where things don't have to be so strenuous anymore. And like, you don't have to work so hard. And it could take a little while for this to really sink in your nervous system. Because your nervous system is so burnt out. You're so attuned to things being a lot of work. But feeling called to say, like, feeling like life always needs to be a lot of work makes life a lot of work. Knowing that you deserve for things to be easeful, and I just heard, like, you could have known that you deserve for things to be easeful for a very long time, but now you're really in a self-concept of knowing and practicing, and not in such a, like, this sounds like a really forceful energy, but like demanding, requiring of life for it to be soft to you. Take it from me. I spent many years in my masculine energy completely, in a way where I was protecting myself because of some things that happened to me. And I became homeless 2 separate times in my 20s. And even after no longer being homeless, I just couldn't seem to stop attracting horrible living horrible living situation after horrible living situation for so many years. And all the while, I knew that I didn't deserve for things to be like this. And there's many reasons for this. There's many reasons that I wound up in this pattern, like things that happened early in my life threw off my root chakra stability. So that even though I knew I deserved a good life and I knew I deserved to be safe and peaceful and abundant and happy and easeful, I attracted what I was. Which unfortunately, what I was, due to the circumstances that I came up in, I was unstable. And the repeated patterns throughout my adult life of instability served to reinforce this identity of like, oh, I'm a person who struggles. Oh, I'm a poor person. Oh, I'm, I hate money. I don't, whatever. And it's so unfortunate because it's the case for so many people who had lives like mine, where we know we deserve better, we know we deserve a good life, but we just cannot attract it until something deep within our self-concept heals and changes. So there's a message here for you about examining your self-concept. What stories are you telling yourself about yourself? What stories have you been telling yourself about yourself for years, perhaps? And how can you rewrite those stories that you tell yourself about yourself? And if you're receiving this message, then it's probably because you are already I swear, when people next door enter and exit their apartment, it sounds like they're entering and exiting mine. If you're receiving this message, it's probably because you're already on that path of rewriting the stories. Not only do you now know that you are worthy of abundance and love and peace and ease and sweetness, you are love and abundance and ease and peace and sweetness. And it's such a subtle little shift that it's like once you realize it and once you start flowing into it, it's like, oh my God, how have I never done this before? I've spent so many years struggling. And don't worry, like that was all part of it. Don't ever feel like years of your life have been wasted. Because I was just having a similar thought to this before recording, but like maybe you weren't put through those things, and you could feel differently than this, but it's like not so much that you were put through these things specifically just so that when your life gets better, it's all the sweeter, but because you went through all of that, this time of your life is all the sweeter. And also, you can help people in a similar situation to the ones that you've just ascended from, to get on the path that you're now on. The path of ease and softness and sweetness and like flow. This could be interpreted as like the switch from masculine energy to feminine energy, where it's like you've been in this period of like working your fingers to the bone, constructing every part of your life and striving and feeling like every bit of success that you get should come from really hard work. And that mentality is reinforced in so many ways by at least American culture, capitalist society. Everything you get, you have to earn. No, that's a big forgetting. We're forgetting that. We're letting that out of our nervous system. You do not have to earn a beautiful life. You have always deserved a beautiful life, and it's here. And I know you can smell it, you can see it forming, you can see it flowing in, and there's this energy of like, why don't I feel relaxed yet then? Well, simply you're not used to things being this good. And it might take time for all of you to catch up. You might need more rest right now, more Epsom salt baths, more sleep, more nature. More faith. But just trust that everything is happening exactly the way it's supposed to. Everything always has been happening exactly the way it's supposed to. If everything didn't happen exactly the way it did, you wouldn't be exactly who you are right now. And exactly who you are right now is beautiful beyond imagination. So give yourself credit for the path that you have walked. Because not everyone in this world could survive the path that you've walked, let alone walk it with grace and dignity and kindness like you have. So start giving, and I know you already do, but really give yourself the same grace that you give everybody else. This is all of our, I like to think about reincarnation. It's obviously something I need to chew on more, but it's honestly not something I've done a whole lot of pondering about. But unless your soul has been around for 1 billion million years, which I don't know anything about, so I'm just going to speak from what I know, like, it's all our first time doing this. It's this soul in this skin suit, first time doing this. And I know you look at other people with compassion. I have like kale bits floating around in my mouth. Especially when you know their traumas and their story a little bit, at least. I know that you give people so much compassion and understanding. So give a lot of that to yourself, because nobody knows the path that you've walked better than you do. But it's here, baby. And you deserve it. Thank you. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.